And so I'm going to go through some paperwork. It's the Fab 4 Event Emporium. They're happy to be presenting our National Craft Month. And today it's Crafter's Choice. Oops, someone take me down. I don't want to hear me. You're welcome to join the Fab 4 Emporium group here, and that is up in my description. And it's also being sponsored by Plaster Paint. And this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, if you use the shopping code capital FAB, FAB, then you get a percentage off of your order. This is also being streamed into Craft round the clock today. And if you want to join that, that's also a free group. You guys, you should join them all. That is in my description above. You just simply refresh your page after the presenter, and the next presenter will be live. So the people that are hosting this today are Beth with the Crafty Edge, Stephanie with Stephanie's Vintiques and Plaster Paint Company, Lynn with Lynn's Crafting Creations, and Kim Marie with Be So Creative. And I'm so thrilled that they asked me to be part of today's event. So first of all, I want to paint this. What I want to do is I could have cut it out in wood, but I'm not going to. I decided cardboard. I want to chalk this cross on here, and then I want to cut it out. So, but I want the back to have a wood look to it. So I've picked out sable brown and burnt sienna, traditional burnt sienna, and then I will chalk it with espresso, which is a dark brown. So that will go over, so it'll be these three colors is what it would be. Hope everybody's having a fabulous Saturday. Once I get done here, I'm off with my husband and we're heading to our granddaughter's volleyball game. So I'm just going to, I'm totally going to willy-nilly painting this. Just going to paint one and then I'm going to add another color into it. Welcome everybody that's here. Appreciate you all so much. I guess I should see that she shared me in. Hopefully she did. I didn't even look to see. So I really don't even have to get all the way to the edges because my cross is not going to go all the way to the edges. You could also do this on like foam core board or something along that line too. There's a goob that I don't want in my paint. Hi Sandy. Hi Lavender and Lace with Lori. Make All Things with Me. Hello Leah. Hi Carol. Canada, awesome. Anita, how are you? And Rebecca. Come in everybody. So then I'm just going to, actually, I might put this into a tray and just kind of here and there. An artist I am not. My friend Anita is though. Holy mackerel, is she ever. Don't cringe, Anita, when you see my craziness. So how's the weather where you guys are at? We had one gal that was scheduled to be on today, and she can't. She is without power, and the wind is blowing like 50 miles an hour. I think we are actually supposed to get like 60 mile an hour winds today. But but it's going to be 70 degrees. Hi, Shoop. You're from Canada. Thank you. Sassy Chic. Sassy and Chic. Hello, Stephanie. Welcome, everybody. Rebecca, you guys. So good to have everybody here. So honored that they asked me. I love to do events. I love to go live. Not going to lie. I do. I just like to hang out with my friends and make a little something. It's kind of a blob of paint right there that I don't really love. So if we get this done in the hour, then I will, I've got another, it's a wood project we'll do. We'll get started on. We won't be able to finish it, but we'll get started on it. You know, you never know if you're going to go an hour or if you're going to go, well, and at the end of this, you guys, like at about 55, so 12:55 Central Time, so we got about 55 minutes, I'm going to spin and draw a name, and your name goes in the hat to be drawn out tonight at 9 o'clock with Kim Marie on the Fab Four, and she will draw a name on a spinning wheel, and that person will win $25 in the plaster paint. How cool is that? Who doesn't like to win a free prize? I love me free. Love me some free. Hi, Teresa. From Pennsylvania. So is that like, are you up to your wazoo in snow? Every time I go live, my nose starts to drip. My allergies are like screaming. So I'm going to set this down to make sure this dries. And I'm going to pull up my surface. And my surface is a Hobby Lobby redo. It's a $21.99. Bought it for $5 on the clearance. You know, you got to love the clearance. And what I want to do is I want to put that cross in here. But first, I want to decoupage some hymnal music in there. So we need to tear out some hymns. Let me just set this over here. My church went kaput, and so they got rid of a bunch of their hymnals, so I have some that I snagged. So I went through and just I want How Great Thou Art. And so I'm going to tear them, and they're going to get decoupaged in here. And then I chose the Old Rugged Cross. And I'm probably going to have more. And actually, I could tear around and put the whole, wouldn't that be cool if I had like the whole song? Father, we praise thee. And I will take that off up there. And then I don't think I had, I thought I had Amazing Grace. Huh, maybe, I think I want that. Let me look. Let me see what page that's on. '92. I'm from Nebraska. And you know what? We're supposed to have 70 degrees today, snow tonight, and wind and like a high of 30 tomorrow. But by Thursday, it's supposed to be 85. You guys, Mother Nature is like nuts. And we haven't had, oh my gosh, we have not had, I like this one. Oh, Master, let me walk with thee. Okay, that should be plenty. Our weather has not, I mean, I live in Nebraska. We usually have snow. I don't think, we've had one snow. Hi, Jackie. We've had one snow that I had to scoop, and it was so light. It was like fluff. The whole thing was like fluff. And so it was nothing. So we didn't get any moisture out of it. And we are desperate for I'm telling you, we are like in fire warnings, which I think a lot of people are. But then there's a lot of places that are up to their wazoo in snow that don't normally get snow. So it's like everything is not like it should be. I don't get it. I don't get it. Okay, so this one for sure. I know that I want. Let's see if I can tear this without running it. Oh, my son lives in Omaha. Where are you at? Did you say? Maybe you did and I didn't see it. Yeah, I was just in Lincoln last week, or week before last. Had to go get my car worked on, serviced. And we don't have a Michael's anywhere near us, so we have to go to Lincoln for that. So I went to Michael's and scored me some of those boxes. You know, everybody loves those boxes. It's kind of full of a bunch of crap, but some of it's, I mean, you definitely are getting your money's worth. Holy mackerel. Are you ever? But you're also getting crap that you probably don't need. So you know what I do? I take out what I want, and then we have a little thrift store here, and I have a whole box of stuff that I'm donating to the thrift store. So they can mark it for a couple bucks and make a little money. Oh, you're in California and your people are in Nebraska? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, well, let's put Mod Podge down first. So I want to have I'm going to have like one, maybe B, and then we'll tear and fit in. Yeah, let's put some Mod Podge on there. So this had like a, it's got a goob in it. It had like a unicorn thing or something in it. And you know, it was on the 90% off or something at the time. And so I just snagged it and I thought, oh man, I can repurpose that. So I was looking for a surface and I had two other ones, but I wasn't like loving them. And then I went down my basement last night, which is where I used to do my crafting from, and looking for my hymnals. And I saw this frame and I'm like, oh my gosh, I think this one will work. And I kind of like this rustic beading on the side. I should scoop myself over, shouldn't I? Let's see, towards the, I always have to think about which way I need to go. And I think I probably could have, I went and sanded it with my little palm sander. I sanded it to get because that was in, it was glittery. It was rough. And then I thought, well, and I had it smooth, and I thought, well, I bet you that I can get that down without, it probably wouldn't show. But then I thought, well, what if it does? I'd be so sad. So, all right. So I'm going to put, let's see. So I'm going to have, I want to do some flowers down here. So maybe I'm going to put this one up here. And then oh my gosh, you bought 10 of them? Oh my God, they're so much fun, aren't they? When you're like digging through them, you're like, what? I heard today a lady on, there was another gal that was you know, they go live and they show you what they get. I didn't do that. But there was a gal on there that said that she had went and got a box and it was full of ribbon and she didn't need it and didn't want it. And I'm like, oh my Lord, I think in my 3 boxes, I got maybe, I don't know, maybe 3 rolls of ribbon. She said she was going to sell it because she didn't need it. And then the girl that was doing the live was saying that the unboxing, she was saying that she really didn't use ribbon, that she uses fabric. And I suppose that's right, but I use both. I actually have some coffee stain fabric for today that I'm going to use with some lace, but I do use ribbon. I was a florist in my other life, so now that can go off. Forgot it was even on. There you go. I'm just going to put a couple of them. A couple of them full page, and then we'll start to ripping. I can't imagine. What'd you do with 10 boxes? What'd you do with all the stuff? My husband goes, why do we need these ornaments? Because they were out in my garage sitting on a... And you guys, they're beautiful. They're kind of earthy tone. And I go, well, they came in a grab box. And he's just like, oh my gosh, you're nuts. I'm like, yeah, you're right. And this was the first year that that I've ever got them, that there was the boxes where the stuff was so tall. There was one that had a nutcracker guy, like you could see. I mean, it was in they tried to disguise it in a frosted garbage bag, but you could see it was you couldn't get all the details, but you could definitely tell that it was a nutcracker. But then my thought was, what if it's missing his arm, or, you know, something like that. We'll put that one down there. I should put some of this on a tray. But they're fun. Who doesn't like a grab bag? Everybody likes a grab bag. And like I said, you guys, I donate what I don't. If I don't use it, if I don't think I can use it in something, I donate it. And then there was like some cute little things. There was a couple of little like Christmas Village pieces that light up. And I saw the girl today got some kind of a weird thing. I think it was an animal or something, but it was one of those light up things. I'm like, oh yeah, we all got the same thing. But then one girl, she got 24 bags of red bull fillers and 13 bags of red, green, and gold, I think. And I was like, good luck with that. One thing about those is they'd be good Happy Mail because they wouldn't weigh very much. You could mail some to everybody. Hi, Jennifer. How are you? My granddaughter plays club volleyball. You guys, I'm like oblivious. Last week we went to, I think this is the last week. Last week we went to one of her games, and we left because it was going to go till like 9 o'clock at night. And we have a dog. And our dog needed to go potty. So we had to leave. We're like, I think we're going to go. My daughter was like, that's fine. Okay, so I got that. So now I think I'm just going to kind of fill in. I don't even know how I'm going to do that. Let me get these edges off. And then I'll just use the music. This is how great the art. Oh. In general, don't you guys think that Michael's is more expensive than Hobby Lobby? Or do you feel like their product is better and worth the more money? The flowers, what I went for was tulips. I wanted to make an all tulip wreath. And the tulips were marked on sale. So since I was going to be there anyway in my car, I thought, well, heck, I'm just going to go over there and pick up those tulips. I was going to have them shipped to me, but okay. Let's see. I think I just kind of want to do that. Maybe I'm just going to cut up some pieces and we're just going to wing it. Oop. I don't want the words upside down. Got to be able to read the words. I mean, they can go sideways, which would be fine, but I don't want them upside down. You're right, Joan. They got a lot of crap. But I wonder if they sell it. You know, you wonder, do they really sell it? Or are we buying it and repurposing it and, you know, those kind of things. I don't know. I can't tell you that there's one thing I've ever bought and put on my wall from Hobby Lobby. But I know that people do. Because if I mean, I'll make my own, for one thing, which you guys know that. I mean, we all do the same things, probably. Unless I find something that's just like ridiculously awesome or ridiculously inexpensive. And I love it. Otherwise, no thanks. I just don't know how Michael's can... When I went in that store in January or February, my gosh, they had so much stuff. So much stuff that was Christmas stuff that was left over. And they had it like 80% off or something, or maybe, I don't know, maybe it was 70% off. I just remember thinking to myself, dude, you need to be giving this crap away. It should be like 90% off or something, but... And then they throw it into a box and charge $10. Like, And I had those ornaments that I got, they were like $30. Of course, they run them on sale, you know. Nobody's going to pay $30 for those, but I did get some picks that were marked like $13.99 or something. And you know they were on sale at some point where no one paid that price, but still, it's like, woo, that's quite a savings. Now, if I just remember I have it next year, how about you guys? Do you do that? I do that. I buy it and forget I have it, and then I buy it again. Story of my life. I liked it so well, I buy it twice. All right, this is going to be cool. Kim Marie's wreath is going to be pretty too when she gets that done. All right, I'm going to grab one more page. And this thing I'm using to tear the edges, that's for my card stamping days. Back in the old days, I did that. Did a lot of card stamping. I've done about every craft that you can think. Was a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator for a while. I think I just want one little piece right there, and I think we're good. And then I'm going to go over it with some Mod Podge. Make sure everything's down. And then we're going to distress it. We might be okay. That's the only thing about events that makes you nervous, is you're so scared you're not going to go long enough. You know that you can go too long, but you don't want to go like 20 minutes too short. You know? So I could have prepared a lot, but I thought, you better not. You're probably going to need every bit of the hour. Yeah. Thanks, Natalie. Hi, Glenn. So if you guys can sprinkle us out there, that would be awesome. If you can't watch them all day, remember the replay will be in Craft Round the Clock and the Fabulous 4 Event Emporium. And remember, there's a discount for the plaster paint. And the link is in my description. And we'd love you to join the groups and follow people. It helps everybody's pages grow. Okay, I'm just going to put this on here because I got it out. And then we're going to dry it. I have not tried that paint. I'm going to order some. Oops. You know what? Oh, phew. I didn't look to see what my top was. That was just a gift from God right there. He covered me. He covered me because my top is here. Yay! Yay, hey. Thanks, Regine. I'm glad you're here, Lynn. So remember, at the end of our about 5 minutes till the hour, I will scroll and pick a name that will go into the drawing to win $25 in free paint, plaster paint. There is a spot there I didn't cover, but I'm not gonna worry about it. And this is not skipped, but it looks skipped because there's a line between the music. But it's fine. It's going to be fine. Everything's going to be fine. I shut everything off. Usually, I was doing a live. I was listening to one of my lives, which I never do, but I had Jennifer ask me one time. She goes, "Is your laser running?" And it was not running, and there was nothing running, but my computer was running, the heater runs, I have an air freshener thing that runs, a purifier. So then I thought, maybe it's one of those, so I shut it all down today. We're going to see what the deal is. See what the heck is going on. Yeah, no kidding, Lynn, isn't that awesome? We'll just cover it up. Some of it's a little thick. That's where the distressing is going to grab good. Right up there for some reason. We're going to set this down, and we're going to bring up our piece of cardboard, and I'm going to wax it because I'm going to be chalking on it. So you guys, I'm using Minwax only because that's what I have. I bought this when I very first started chalking, and it's going to last me probably till I die. Or till I'm done chalking. Maybe. Maybe. Maybe not. We'll see. So you want to just, and because this is paper, I don't know. So I'm just going to buff it really good. Some people don't like the smell of it. I kind of like the smell of it. But then I'm one of those people that likes the smell of magic markers too. Back in the day. But I never was one of them that ate paste. I remember kids used to eat paste. Ugh. Wonder why you do that. I wonder why we do. I forget my chat bot's on there. I should shut that off. I forget that it's on there. Sorry. Sorry. So I'm going to grab one of my fuzzing towels. And we're going to put that on there. And we're going to fuzz it like crazy. Chalk it on there. And try to cut it out. I might run out of time. Go figure. Okay. So, it doesn't really matter because I'm going to cut it out. I just want it to be where it's can get all the things. Oh, that's good. Sometimes you stick on paper like cray-cray. So I'm going to use espresso paste, which is a dark brown. I'm going to chalk my cross. Like I said, I could have cut it out on my laser, but I wanted to do something that everybody can do with something we all have. We all have cardboard. Get your heavy drag lines out of there. And lift it up. Oh, that's pretty. Beautiful. The peel and reveal is always the best part. You're like, that is awesome. How did I do that? So I want to get this dry and then I'm going to cut it out. I think first I'm going to try and get it with a razor blade. If I don't cut myself. Because I don't think, let me see, I just thought this would be easier. I might be crazy. Actually, I could probably just go right along the side of the, ooh, that. Man, that razor blade's dull. My mom would say, you could ride that all the way to town. And my new ones are in the house. Oops, got a little bit, kind of skinnied off my cross a little bit there. One good thing about going to the volleyball game is I don't have to cook supper tonight. Woohoo! That's always a score in my world. I don't know about you guys, but that's one thing I do not like to have to. And actually, I don't mind cooking it. I just don't want to have to think about what to cook. It's like, just tell me, and I'll make it. Oh my gosh, I don't want to bend my cross. All right, it might be work. It might work. I don't mind cooking. I really don't mind cooking. I just do not like having to decide every day what to make. Because if it was me, I'd have a bowl of popcorn or a salad or something, but my husband doesn't quite go for that business. He's getting better. He's getting better. He's getting better at settling for, because I think also he is, whoops, I don't want to bend that. He's figuring out that we just don't eat like we used to, you know. He doesn't, like I make a steak for him, a T-bone for him, and he can't eat it all. So then I put one away in the freezer because I'm like, I don't need it. I hate to waste it. Not making a whole nother steak for me. I'm going to waste it, so I just don't. My razor blade did help, but it wasn't the end all, but it did help. If I had a better blade in it, it would have been better. Isn't that pretty? I like that. So I'm going to, maybe I'm going to sand that, see if that will do anything. "15 minutes and counting." Who would think? Man, that goes fast. I made John sit down the other day, John, and make a list of the things that he likes and the things that, and then I said, if you think of something else, let me know. And that next morning he goes, well, I guess you could put spaghetti on there. He does not like spaghetti, but he knows I love it. So he goes, you could put spaghetti on there. I could probably do that once every couple weeks. I'm like, okay. So I'm just going to wax the edges so that we don't see the lightness of the cardboard. And actually, it's kind of cool on the cross too. That's kind of a glob there. Got a glob of wax on there. The cross turned out pretty. Okay, so let's grab this up here. And I just kind of want to, I don't know, but I'm going to want it to outline the pages, but I'm just going to go all over. Hopefully that didn't mess up the live. Oops, yep, there it's a little wet. One thing about the Mod Podge, it helps you slide it around. They called me this morning. Why they have to call me back today? It's like, leave me alone. All right, I'm not loving that chunk. Looks poopy. Can't have that. Can't have poopy. I guess we'll just kind of go over them all so they all have that kind of old look. And that's going to be covered anyway, so that's going to be good. That is going to be perfect. Okay. I think that's, well, and I don't really probably need to worry about that because it's going to be covered. All right. What do you think so far? Okay. So this cross is going to go in here. And I feel like I want to raise it up. Let me see. Yeah, I definitely do. Definitely do. Just going to stick some Jenga blocks on it. I wonder. Wonder if I shouldn't put some on there just for just support. Not that it's heavy, but that would definitely keep it from bending. Glue strings abound. All right. There's a little bit of cardboard that could have peeled it, couldn't I? Oh well. Too late. I don't feel like that glue sticks in there, and it wasn't. It wasn't. Okay. So now I want to put some green moss. I thought about the sphagnum, you know, the Spanish moss, but it's kind of springy. So I think I want green. But what a mess, huh? This stuff is the pits. I'm just gonna stick some glue down there. We'll just do half and then the other half. You guys, we're gonna run out of time. Oh my gosh, I never in a million years thought it would take me an hour to do this. I should say more than an hour. I should say more than an hour to do this. Ooh. What the heck is in there? Wouldn't you just die if you pulled out like something dead? I would. Heart attack central. Okay, get out of here. Got about 8 minutes. So at 55, I got about 4 minutes. So at 55, we're going to spin for a name. And remember, you have to be there tonight to win. You have to be present to win. I want to thank the girls at the Fabulous Four Emporium, for inviting me to be in their event. So here's where we are. I want to put a raggedy bow right here, and I'm going to put some flowers down there. And this is what I got this lavender bush. Oop, I got some Sweet Annie in my hand. This lavender, I thought about piecing it out and putting, putting some of this in there. So that's what I'm gonna. That's where I'm going. That's where I'm going with this. I finally figured out that these wire snips do not work if you put your stuff too far down in the hole. I didn't know that. I'm like, why do these not work? They're crap. And I figured out, no, it's me. I'm the goofball that doesn't know how to. So don't you think that'll be pretty? Just some lavender here and there. And these will probably have to be made smaller. But that's where I'm going with it. So I will take a picture when I'm done. Thank you. And it's just going to have like wildflowers coming up. Coming up from the bottom. And then a bow and it's going to be lace with a little bit of coffee stained tea towel. Flour sacks. They were flour sacks. I think it'll be pretty. So me and Kim Marie are 2 for 2. Two presenters and 2 didn't finishers. Oh, Lord. That's funny. Could just stick the greenery in there, too. I can probably just go right in the middle too. It's just going to be flowers going up and down, different heights. But I think that'll be all right. I better draw my name. Thanks, Teresa. I think it's going to be pretty too, Kathy. Thank you. That just kind of give you an idea of what we're talking about. Made on a refurbished board with a cardboard cross and hymnal pages, which you could get hymnal pages. I thought if I can't find my hymns, I'm going to go to Etsy and I'm going to buy a file for like $1 or something and print off hymn pages. You can do that. Oops. Okay, so I need to go back. I'm just gonna kind of go. Let me see. I'm just gonna kind of whip back and forth. My name is Connie Alford. Are you here, Connie? Alford, Alford. Let me know if you are here. And remember, you don't have to be here, but we prefer that you be here. Where's my paper? Because you have to know that what did I do with that paper? I'm losing it. You guys. Here it is. Because I need to write down your name and give it to them. Connie, are you here? Or did you bail? And if Connie doesn't answer me here pretty quick, I'll just do somebody else. And because the thing is you have to be thanks, Anita. You have to be at the live to get it tonight. Present. You have to be present to win. Is Connie here? Connie Alford. Alford. I'm going to go one more minute, and then I'm going to draw somebody else, and she's out. And hopefully who's ever here will, I'm just going to draw a name, and then we'll see. Okay, my second name is Teresa Goodliff. Teresa. Teresa, you're here, right? Teresa's here, yes. Okay, Teresa's name's going to go in. Hopefully she's heard it or will hear it or something. So that is who's. So you guys, if you are in Craft Round the Clock or Fab 4 Emporium, Fab 4 Event Emporium, you just have to scroll down, refresh, and you will get your, yeah. So you guys, alrighty guys, have a great rest of your day. Appreciate you all. Thanks so much for coming in, and I will take a picture of my finished project. Thanks so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.